Ginger Smock. Violinist Emma Smock, better known as Ginger Smock, was a big influence in the making of the Los Angeles jazz scene. She was the leader for female musicians in the 1940s and 50s. Her work in music helped future jazz violinists, including India Cook and Regina Carter. Childhood in the beginning. Emma was born on June 4th, 1920 in Chicago. Her parents died when she was just 6 years old, so she moved to Los Angeles to live with her aunt and uncle. She displayed a big music talent, so they bought her a violin and signed her up for private lessons. At age 10, she played the Hollywood Bowl and gave her first solo performance at Los Angeles First AME Church the next year. As a teen, Ginger played violin in important and famous music organizations, including the All-Student Symphony and the Los Angeles Junior Philharmonic, in which she was the only African-American member. Ginger spent the early 1940s performing light concert music before becoming a pupil of veteran jazz violinist Stuff Smith in 1943. She admired jazz violinists such as Stefan Grappelli and Joe Venuti, but Smith was the one who launched her career when he arranged for her first job as a jazz musician. By the time she was 23, she was playing jazz all around Southern California with an all-female trio called the Sepia Tones. She would also go on to become a prominent figure in the Los Angeles jazz scene in the years after World War II. And these are the Sepia Tones. The World War II. Female musicians such as Emma herself were faced with limited opportunities in the male-dominated music world and had a lot of struggles for being recognized. Music was one of the ways African-American women could go above and beyond, but there were still a lot of struggles to face. All of that changed during World War II. Club owners and band leaders found themselves short-handed because of the draft and started hiring female musicians in all-female ensembles more often. The new openings allowed Ginger to establish herself as an artist and band leader. And then that's her. After making a title for herself during the war, Ginger found work as a studio musician, occasional recording artist, and violinist in show orchestras. In the post-war years, her most significant appearances were in the new medium of television. In 1951, Ginger led the Hollywood Sepia Tones on a 30-minute TV show that for 6 weeks ran on Los Angeles CBS affiliate KTSL. Ginger would also go on to host her own show, Rhythm Review, in 1957. She also made a bunch of recordings during this time period as well. In the early 1960s, for 4 years, Ginger led a quartet on a cruise ship that made frequent trips to Catalina Island. She recorded her only LP on the SS Catalina with the shipmate Ginger while working on the ship. She spent the last 2 decades of her music career working as a concert master in show orchestras in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. She died in 1995. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed learning about Emma Ginger Smock.